Hi, and welcome to the latest episode of the Good Works podcast. With Memorial Day right around the corner, today we are at Elmira's Vietnam Veterans Museum. And as always, I've got Sarah here. Please stick around till the end when we're going to tell you what we're looking forward to in the next coming weeks. Well, hi, Sarah.
Hi.
We're springtime finally.
I know, can't believe it.
I know. It has been a long time since it hasn't been cold, in my opinion.
Right, yeah, and it's still a little cold right now, so I'm looking forward to July and August.
I really am too. So when it gets to be this time of year, immediately we start thinking about Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And for some people, that's just a time for barbecues or fun maybe at the lake, but that's not what Memorial Day is about, right?
Yeah, I think we have to remember what this holiday signifies, which is why we're here today.
That's right. And we have some guests with us today. So let's go ahead and introduce you. Denny and Larry, can you introduce yourselves and explain a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Well, thank you, and welcome, ladies, to the Vietnam War Museum.
Thank you.
My name is Dennis Wolf, Sr., and I am the director here, and I guess I'm the one originally behind this place, thanks to a lot of effort from a lot of people. This is Larry Sherman. Larry?
Name's Larry Sherman. I am the current president of the VVA Chapter 803 here in Elmira. We use the museum as our meeting place. That's about the extent of my duties around here so far.
So we're here in this fantastic space. Sarah, why don't you talk a little bit about this space and maybe how we met the museum years ago?
So right around our 40th anniversary, some of our viewers and listeners may have remembered our 40 grants in 40 weeks, where we selected 40 organizations to surprise with a $1,000 grant check. So we had a board member recommend that we add the Veterans Museum, Vietnam Veterans Museum, to our list of 40. So Randy and I came here with a check and a big banner and surprised Denny and a few of the other veterans who were here that day with $1,000. So that's really how our relationship began.
Absolutely, and that was so beautiful. It was a total shock to us. Of course, we're always open because this museum runs on donations only, 100%.
Right.
So we're always open to any kind of contribution that comes to us. And you ladies came and brought the smiles with you and put the smiles on our faces that day. And we've had the banner out front on the front of this museum ever since. And we're very, very proud to be associated with you.
Thank you. I was just going to say, I think one of my most favorite memories from that was not only surprising you with a check, and we filmed that, and you can go on our YouTube channel to look back on all of our 40 surprises, but we spent time around your round table just talking about your experiences, because I was not in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, that's a bit before our time.
It was amazing to hear some of the stories and bravery and just everything.
And that's what happens here on a daily basis, okay? This museum has become a home to all the Vietnam veterans, and especially the ones that live in this area. Right. A lot of the guys, unfortunately, we're losing way too many, especially lately, but a lot of the guys that have found a new home here consider it that because it's warm. It's part of what they were. It's part of what they still are, and some of them haven't been able to talk about it for a long, long time, but they come here, they feel comfortable, and it has that aura about it.
Yes.
And can you talk to us a little bit about younger veterans and how they find a home here as well?
Yes, we on Friday mornings from 9 to 10, generally every Friday, unless it's a major holiday or major problem, we have a veterans group that meets here, and it averages probably 15 to 18 guys a Friday, but sometimes we have 20, 25, sometimes we'll have only 10 or 12. But it's open every Friday to come and sit down, and all of the younger vets that are coming now, we're here to help them. We've walked that mile.
Right.
So what we try to do is we try to make available all our resources that will be able to guide them and help them through their troubles and their times, okay? And right now we've done very well. Recently we We've tied up with the VA system and a gentleman by the name of Baker. He's a guy that works through the VA. He's a former Marine, or is a Marine. He's employed by the VA that helps veterans get jobs.
Oh,
and
that's
he's
wonderful.
using our agency here as a jumping off point. So it's
great.
becoming more of the younger people, which is great. We love it.
So even though we're sitting in this really moving museum, and I recommend anyone in town come check this place out, you will not be disappointed by what you'll see here. A lot happens outside the four walls of this museum.
Yes, it does.
So Larry, can you talk to us a little bit about the outreach and some of the other activities that are taking place?
Well, like the museum, we're a nonprofit as well. We're open to Vietnam veterans, Vietnam era veterans for full membership, but we have associate members too. Though a lot of those members, not a lot of them, 25 or so of those members are part of the Chemung County Honor Guard as an outreach. We assist with veteran burials and interments in quite an area. We go down into Pennsylvania, we go north up to Ithaca, Spencer, Venetton, but we do a lot of burials for our brothers. We also do outreach for the Neonatal Care Center over at Arnett. We do Arctic League, and 3 times a year for the Community Food Kitchen here locally. We do donations for their Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter dinners,
Nice.
which goes a long ways to help. I'm sure there are a lot of veterans out there that go to those free meals, so we're helping our brothers as well as the community as well. We try to do as much as we can, but like I said, we are a nonprofit. We do accept chapter donations as well as Denny accepts museum donations here to help us fund our things. How long's it been since we've had a fundraiser? I think the last one was the 4-wheeler, maybe we raffled.
For the chapter, yes. Annually, we do a golf tournament on Columbus Day to support this museum, and that kicks in enough money to usually keep us going on an annual basis. But the chapter, they have their own fundraisers and their own revenue, so they need,
We need help. Always are looking for help. So
always looking for
if you
help.
have a Vietnam veteran that died and we helped you with your service, I'm not begging for your money, but if you wanted to donate towards the chapter, we accept any amount. There is no set amount.
So it
Never
sounds
will
like
be a set
Absolutely.
amount. but-
you're doing so much to help the community. It would be great if the community could help in return. How would someone make a donation or get involved?
Well, you can just, you can mail it to this address, 1200 Davis Street, and the check would just be made out to VVA Chapter 803. Another one, I forgot to mention this for an outreach, and it's one of my babies, one of my pet projects. I love this particular organization, and that's the Wreaths Across America that set wreaths in the National Cemetery here locally every Christmas. We are a sponsoring group. Our applications are available here at the museum. We're a 3-for-2 program. There's a lot of ways you can use that program. One way is to get $5 back for every wreath you sell as a fundraiser. I don't buy into that. I don't think we should make a profit off of wreaths being put on veterans' graves. So we're in what they call their 3-for-2 program. For every 2 wreaths that are bought, we get an extra one that goes on those graves. They can only be placed in the National Cemetery, unfortunately, but the ultimate goal is to fill that place.
Right.
Every year the numbers go up. I think we had 1,800 this last year.
Wow.
We had 1,100 or 1,200 the year before, so they go up.
Right.
It's really good, but we are a sponsor group. So if anybody wants to donate, buy a wreath for a veteran, come here. Our applications are available here on site. 1,200 Davis Street.
All right.
I love it.
One of the greatest things I've
That's
ever been
great.
involved in.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this coming up weekend for Memorial Day, as people are getting together and maybe planning those barbecues or thinking about going to a parade, make this one of your stops as well. Take the time to come by here, come to this organization, come see what's happening, help support what's going moving forward. And so, Larry, you have anything else to
One more
add?
thing. You mentioned the parade, and that's another one that slipped my mind, but this is our first year. We are in charge of the parade this year. The VVA took over from the DAV, who has been running it for years. We're still using some of their brain power to help us through because it's a learning process to get this organized. But We are in charge of the parade this year, and hopefully we can continue that tradition onward. But it takes a lot of volunteers to get that done too.
Sure, it sure does. Well, congratulations on that new role in the community.
Like I
Taking
don't
on a
have enough
parade.
on
Like
my
you don't have enough going on
That's
already
right.
here.
True.
You're taking care of each other. You're taking care of returning veterans. You're taking care of the larger community.
Yeah.
We're so grateful to be a small part of your work.
It's
and
always an honor.
thankful
Well, we're
for what
honored to have
do.
you here, and we're honored to be part of this. The museum is open 7 days a week generally. We're open on Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then Saturdays and Sundays, we're open from noon till 5 p.m. And it's free. There is no charge to come in this museum. It's free. Memorial Day is generally a major holiday and it's generally closed, but Memorial Day and Veterans Day, we're open here.
Right,
And
right.
this year we'll be doing a live broadcast from 8:30 to 10:30, I believe it is, from the museum as the parade will pass by the front of this
Right.
museum. And we'll be a big part of that parade, I'm sure. And the museum will be open to the public, and you know, usually we have tea and crumpets, I call it, coffee and donuts, or one of them things. You know, so and the public is welcome. Come on in, see what our war did.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Well, come on down here, enjoy some tea and crumpets with Denny and Larry. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yes.
If you get a chance to spend some time with them, it will make your museum experience even better. So
right.
thank you both for being guests today on the Good Works podcast. It's been such a pleasure to spend some extra time with both of you.
Well, thank you, ladies, very, very much for being here, and thank you for the honor in the past that we have received, and all the members and board people that support this great endeavor that you guys do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So Sarah, with all of that in mind coming up on
Right.
Memorial Day, what's something else you're looking forward to?
Well, I have to say, me and my son will be at the parade.
Oh, wonderful.
Every year we attend the Memorial Day parade, and it's one of our favorites. So we'll
Are
definitely.
you going to be in the
Oh, no,
parade,
no.
or are you
No,
attending?
no, we attend.
Oh, okay.
We'll be sitting on the curb
Okay.
somewhere along there. But my other really favorite thing about Memorial Day weekend is Glass Fest in Corning. It's another really neat family-friendly activity, you know, weekend-long activity that you can go and hang out and get up for the 8K.
The 8K sponsored
And
by the Community
Sponsored
Foundation.
by the Community Foundation, and we'll all be running.
We will be running, some, as I say every year, some slower than others.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's
Are you
what
running,
I'm.
Denny?
That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
Denny will be
Yeah,
running.
Denny.
All right, come see Denny.
And how about
Run
you?
the 8K. Well, I always talk about everything Broadway because musical theater is my love. So I do have to give a shout out to the fact that the Clemens Center has just announced their 2017-2018 series. And it includes a chorus line.
Yeah.
I started singing immediately every song from a chorus line in my mind the moment Karen Cromer made that announcement from the stage. So I know what I'll be doing. Very soon I will be purchasing my season tickets, and I will be looking forward to a chance to see a chorus line on the Clemens Center stage, in addition to Gentleman's Guide, Christmas Story, Kinky Boots,
Yeah.
and Beautiful by Carole King, which these are just great, great shows. So they've put together a lineup we should all be really excited about.
Super.
And then the last thing, because it's about to be summer and nice, an organization that's just on my mind is Watson Homestead. And I don't think it gets a ton of attention. It flies a bit under the radar. But go check out what's happening at Watson Homestead. It's a retreat center in Cooper's Plains, and you'll be so surprised to see just how much they're offering
We've
the community.
participated in
Have you
some
done
functions at the Watson Homestead in
good.
the past. Yes, we
Good.
have. Very nice place.
Isn't it a beautiful facility? So take the time to get to know it. You will not, just like this museum, you will not be disappointed by yet another gem in our community.
Right.
So thank you all so much for your time today. Thank
you,
you all
ladies.
for being
You're welcome,
part
ladies.
of
Thank you very
our
much for
work.
being here.
And I'll see and talk to all of you next time on the next episode of the Good Works podcast.